Hello, Sam Clay here for XG 24/7. We're here at a underground bunker on EDN III, playing Lost Planet 2, checking it out before its release, pre-release, multiplayer goodness, single player, the lot. Capcom have invited us. Let's head on inside. Right, we're still located in EDN III in a bunker that's pretty safe. There's a bar and everything, so it must be really cosy down here. I'm with Leo Tan. Introduce yourself to those who don't know you.
I'm Leo Tan. I'm the UK PR manager for Capcom.
So, Lost Planet 2, where are we going from the first one, single player-wise story?
It's changed quite a lot. The single player, well, Lost Planet 1 was in the snow. It had a central character that you followed through. Thermal energy was always taken down. It's a little bit slow to move. It was like a sort of a deliberate pace, and it felt almost like a sci-fi movie with some on-rail shooting and a little bit of controlling and a little bit of getting in your V-suit and shooting some big aliens.
It was fun. It was great.
Yeah, it was wicked. It was also a launch game, and I think that, like with a lot of the launch games, perhaps 3 years later they don't quite hold up as well as they might have done. So I'm always kind of. I don't like to make too many comparisons to Lost Planet 1 because Lost Planet 2 is dramatically different, while still retaining all the things that are important, the core elements. Snow levels represent a small fraction of the game. There's also the story takes place after the story of Lost Planet 1 by some years. So thermal energy from the acrid has caused the planet to go through an ecological change, which means there's a jungle area, there's a desert area, there's a city area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so basically you get to go to a lot of different places and not just in the snow. Also, the story is spread between 6 different pirate factions, and you play a different character in each episode, and then at the end all the stories come together to explain what's going on the planet now.
Excellent stuff. Now, the first one, I knew it for having a classic setup throughout the single player. You'd end a mission with a massive boss. Now, that for me, that was great. It was like a blast from the past, and I haven't had that for a while. Can we expect that in Lost Planet 2? Or?
I don't think it's as clear-cut as you do the level, then there's a massive boss, but we've got lots of massive bosses. Our bosses are much bigger than they were before. I think they're the biggest bosses we've ever done, and that's saying something because Capcom makes really big bosses. And yeah, I mean, if you like that kind of action, that huge epic scale combat, that's what we've got.
It got me through the game. Now, recently there was the whole Gears of Lost Planet 2. Now, where did this come from? I was just like, what's going on? Sort of.
Well. Microsoft love Lost Planet 2. I don't know how it started, but now we've got the Gears of War characters in there. We've got the Gears of War run and the Gears of War camera angle. So why not have the Gears of War characters in, I guess?
Now, is this just you can play as Marcus Phoenix, or does he have his own story in it, or at all?
Oh yes, so I should be quite clear on that. You're not those characters as such. You don't actually become those characters. You aesthetically become those characters in multiplayer, or once you finish through the campaign once, you can then go back and play through as these characters. You can also be I don't know if we've announced it yet, so I'm going to keep quiet. There are some other characters as well from various Capcom games that will appear, but it's just aesthetic changes. It doesn't change the story. Yeah, there's not like a Marcus Phoenix episode where you continue a storyline from a previous Gears of War game.
I was literally like, how the hell did they make it here? That's a bit of a time warp change.
Well, I don't even know if it's the same dimension or universe. So yeah.
Right, multiplayer-wise, how many more modes are we adding?
I don't think there's as much technically going on as Lost Planet Colonies for now in terms of variety of game modes, because there was the version in Lost Planet Colonies where you could control the acrid, and we don't have that in this version.
Can we expect this soon?
I don't know if we can expect it. We can hope for it.
Okay, let's hope.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also got tons of customization now. We've got changes to the system. We've got customization in terms of the weapon loadouts that you carry, in terms of the way that you look, in terms of the way that your character behaves with... not too dissimilar to the perk system. People will be familiar with having a certain ability you can slot in at the expense of other abilities, more armor, less thermal energy, so a few things a bit more varied than that. There's lots of different ways that you can change the way in which your character plays.
So is it a perk system? I've heard of these systems.
I wouldn't call it a perk. But essentially, if you play Call of Duty, you will recognise, or indeed any multiplayer game these days, it has that.
What's this Call of Duty you speak of? I have no idea.
Call of Duty, well, I heard it's some war-based game. I don't know.
I've heard. Apparently, you
Real
shoot
world.
people in the face.
Yeah.
That's all I need,
Yeah,
as
right
well
in
as.
the face. Everything's just become a lot more chaotic and a lot more dynamic. The V-suits have become more interesting. There's loads more of them. They've got special abilities. Some of them can slide and move around, so they look a little bit like the Gundam robots when they move around. Some of them have got huge melee weapons. Some of them can turn invisible. Some of them can transform. Some of them can combine with other V-suits to create sort of Power Ranger style bigger V-suits. So there's a lot going on there in that respect.
You know what? I've been here for an hour and I've already seen V-suits flying around, like people hovering on like disc. What's that all about? The hover thing.
Well, there's smaller versions of V-suits as well. So there's the big ones you can get in where there's 3 of you, 2 in gun turrets, that sort of thing. But there's small suits which are just battle armor. There's suits which are just jet pods to help you get to another place. There's a V-suit which isn't really a V-suit. It's more of like a helicopter with a platform to transport.
That's the one Yep.
Yeah. So there's just loads of things there.
Right, now you've got me interested. Let's go and play Lost Planet 2. Thank you so much, Leo, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cool.